Hey guys, welcome to Gary Green Show. Guess what Obama wants to do? You guessed it. Executive action for gun control. That's what we've been waiting for. See, he's talked about it. He's threatened it. But he's never actually made a move toward it. Now, with all the recent shootings and everything, he suddenly feels the need to push it forward. This could be the end of his career, and it could mark the end of his presidency. Because here's the thing. It's the thing we've been saying all along. He is an enemy to the Constitution. Okay? It doesn't matter what amendment of the Constitution it is. If it's politically expedient for him, he's going to do it. He doesn't care. He feels no guilt. He feels no remorse. He's more concerned with being able to mark something in his presidency that he was able to accomplish that nobody else was, blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing. Many other people have been able to exact gun control on the masses. It's happened in various countries throughout the world. And it has not benefited them in the least. So, Mr. Obama, let me ask you a question. Would a lack of guns have helped those kids in that college? No. Because they didn't have any guns because it was a gun-free zone. So how on earth could your plan of enacting extensive background checks help them? What background check are you going to be able to run that's going to weed out potential mass shooters? What background check? How about this? A little common sense gun control for you. Okay? The easiest way to stop all these mass killings is to stop the mass killings with people with guns. How about instead of making barrels to put fish in to shoot, you allow people to carry legally wherever they need to carry, like it used to be. You know, back in the day before mass shootings were a thing. Yeah, there was a day like that, believe it or not. It wasn't that long ago. In fact, it was within your lifetime. And the biggest difference was that there weren't gun-free zones every single corner. Am I making sense now? Maybe instead of trying to take everybody's rights away, you encourage people to use their rights and stop this stuff before there's 27 people dead, or 35 people dead, or 21 kids dead, whatever. There's always a way. But you have to be willing to put your partisan politics aside and start thinking about things for what they are. People are getting killed because you keep allowing all these places to ban guns. The more places that ban guns, the more this is going to happen. I don't know how much clearer we can make it. We've been making this argument for 8 years, and then we made it during the Clinton administration. This is not a new thing. The fact that you publicize it is new. And that's what these people want. Don't you understand that? They want the attention. They want a high five because they went and killed a bunch of people. That's what they want. If you want to stop them, one, stop publicizing it. Don't make it illegal to publicize it. Just stop. And encourage your cronies to stop. You know, the people that follow you lockstep everywhere you go and sing your praises? Encourage them to stop. Encourage them to stop embellishing it and making it into this romantic, sexy thing that this guy killed all these people. How about help the victims of these situations and do everything you can to stop these situations from happening again? But the only way you can do that is to drop your partisan crap and start allowing armed people that are legally armed, that are legally concealed carrying, to carry where they need to carry. Do you realize, statistically, there would be at least one person in every single one of those classes that would be allowed to concealed carry? Now, if he walked into the first class and say he got the shot off on the one guy that could conceal carry, And you go, well, he couldn't have possibly stopped them. Right. But you think the next class, the guy that's concealed carrying in there, didn't hear it? And couldn't come in and put an end to it? Seriously? This is what I'm talking about. You have the biggest pool of some of the best people in the world that are willing to risk their lives to stop things like this from happening, and you're taking away their ability to do it. We can end this collectively as America. We can make it very distasteful for people to decide to try to commit a mass murder because they don't have the chance to do it. We can take that away from them. But first, you have to admit that you're wrong. And then Hillary Clinton and everybody else is going to have to admit that they're wrong, that their system doesn't work. You've been adding law after law after law and bill after bill after bill. Not only you, but the states as well. For decades. And it has had zero impact on the amount of violent crime. Zero. If anything, in a lot of places it raised pretty drastically. Look at your own hometown of Chicago. That place is a disaster. It's rife with violent crime. And you still have gun control measures in place. So how about this? How about you try something new? How about you try to back out of your mold for a little bit and listen to what the American people are saying? We're tired of being victims. We're tired of being forced to be victims. There's no point. There's nothing we can gain other than more dead bodies. Gun control wouldn't have stopped any of these killings. Because if somebody's dead set on killing somebody, they're going to find a way to do it. It's time for you to make a choice. Do you want more bodies on your conscience? Oh, wait. It appears you don't have a conscience. Because you turn everything into a political game. Well, for us, for the American people, it's not a political game. We're tired of people getting murdered, and we can't do anything about it. That's your fault. That's your administration's fault. That's your party's fault. That's your ideology's fault. And it's going to keep happening until you change it. Now you've got all these people that have been carrying for years and years and years, and they're safe as could be, and they carry all the time, and they prevent crimes. And they stop crimes when they start happening. But you notice those just don't get reported, do they? When somebody goes in to rob a restaurant and it's ended with a civilian with a handgun, it doesn't get reported. Where's all the news coverage for that? This guy's a hero. Where's the news coverage? What about the guy the other day that charged the gunman? Where's all the news coverage? It doesn't work in your favor for people to do what they're supposed to do. The only way it's politically expedient for you is if people die, and then you can point the finger. Enough people have died. You keep saying, let's have an open conversation. Here it is. Very simple. We're tired of being forced to be victims. England forced their people to be victims. Australia forced their people to be victims. We're the United States of America. We shouldn't be forced to be victims. Of all the countries in the entire world, we are the one country that should never be forced to be victims. That's a fact. And the sooner you figure that out, the better it's going to be for everybody else. I'm Gary Green. Guys, have a good day. Peace.